Today, I'm covering a fake Venezuela Tops scam. Real quick though, some backstory. If you don't know what Venezuela cards are, so Tops produced cards in the 50s and the 60s in Venezuela. They use the same exact design as the American releases. However, they used a poor stock, and these cards are really, really tough. First off, card supplies in Venezuela, they're non-existent. A lot of people pasted these into binders, and then also if you're going to grab these cards, you have to fly down to Venezuela, pick them up, and bring them back to the US or ship them overseas. So finding them in high grade is almost impossible. On the channel, I met someone that once had a PSA 7 and a 9 of a 68 Bob Gibson, but that's a unicorn. But most of the time, if you can find a Venezuela over a 3, it's going to go for a premium. Most of them that you'll find are PSA 1s and 2s, and good luck with that because a lot of these cards have less than maybe 25 or 30 graded in total. It can take years sometimes to find a specific card of a player. Now here's where the scam goes. So kind of like Tiffany cards, people misrepresent their cards sometimes, and grading companies do make mistakes. They're not 100% perfect, although they weed out a lot of the mistakes that do happen. So in this case, which I'm going to be showing you guys, this guy got a card graded. A grading company, PSA in this example, labeled it as a Tops Venezuela card. However, it was not a Venezuela card. It's just a standard Tops card. And now this eBay seller is representing this card as a Venezuela, and people are bidding heavily on it. So I'm going to show you guys the card on eBay, as well as showing you why this card is a Tops printed in the USA instead of a Venezuela card printed down in South America. So here's the example today that this seller's trying to pass off. So first off, if you want to look at the listing over here, it says 1968 Tops Clemente Aaron number 3 PSA 5X baseball card graded collectible Venezuela. Then you look over the pictures. So our first picture right here, if you're seeing this, is 1968 Venezuela Tops and RBI leaders Cepeda, Clemente, Aaron. Okay. Go to the back, which you guys are going to see in a second. TCG printed in the USA. There's another back. So if I was first going to this listing, I see and this is assuming that I don't know what a Venezuela card is. I see the slab right here that says 1968 Venezuela Tops. I see 1968 Tops Clemente Aaron number 3. This is graded collectible Venezuela. So my first assumption, I didn't do my research, is this would be a Venezuela card. Again, you can tell, which I'll show you guys that in a second. Let's go down over here to the description. Hello, I have up for auction a recently graded PSA 5 1968 Tops NL RBI leaders with Clemente and Aaron number 3 excellent in clean and collectible condition as shown. Although the label says Venezuela, the card says USA on the back. Mistake cards will be highly collectible in the future. So it literally says it's a mistake card, but on here it does not once say it's a mistake. Okay. I have other cards up, so if you win more, then I'll combine shipping. I'll pay 1/2, blah, 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 whatever, right? But here's the problem. So like, let's assume this card goes for a lot of money and then gets sent to PSA through the eBay authentication. Does PSA pull this card, or do they pass authentication on it? Because it is graded, right? It was a mistake on PSA's behalf. What happens in that situation? I don't know. And just to show you guys the difference, so this is a Venezuela Roberto Clemente, which is a 1. So really good card. So first off, just to show you the differences, let's load these up over here. The stock. So you guys can tell the stock is completely different between the two cards. Venezuela cards use very poor stock, where the American cards used better. If you go to the back over here, the first thing I look at on these 68s is the text over here. So you see how it's a lot different text versus the American. Completely different. So I'll just show you guys some more examples as well. So here's another leaders card. Very similar. Again, take a look at the color difference between the two. Turn over the back. See how it mentions Venezuela on there? printed in USA. This isn't the case for all the different Venezuela cards, but for 68, it does say printed in Venezuela. So, and you guys can see like the background over here, different darker stock. Just it's way off. It's 100% a Topps card. Someone is going to spend a lot of money on this card thinking it's a Venezuela 5. It's really, really tough to find anything over a 3. Speaking of fake 1968 cards, make sure to check out this video right here where I go over how to spot a fake 1968 Topps Nolan Ryan rookie card. It's a lot of good info there.